Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, you know when you own a bike and there's just a few things that really get on your nerves, enough to make you start thinking, do you know what? Do I keep it? Do I sell it? Is it time for an upgrade? Well, I've got exactly that problem with my Africa Twin, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So, things I don't like. Now, I've had this bike for quite some time now, and the seat was the first thing, right? The seat did my absolute tree in, because what it was, I just found it super uncomfortable, like really uncomfortable. I was doing like 50 miles, I'm going, oh, my arse is on fire. The pain it used to cause. Now, I've tried loads of different things. I've bought quite a few different seat covers. This is like a net that goes over the top on it, and it has helped absolutely massively. And what it does, because it's like a net, it lets all the cool air come around. So it has improved it. It's by far not perfect, but I have found I've managed to do quite a few miles more. The other thing that I found that's massively helped, that I generally carry around now in my back box, is an air cushion. Now, these air cushions have a very tiny bit of air, and basically it's like a rubber plastic kind of seat, and on top of that they've got a similar kind of netting style foam layer on top, and between all of that it does really improve the ride. But it just bugs me that most seats modern days are so uncomfortable. But that's one of the bug points I really don't like about the Africa Twin. Now, the other is this screen. Now, I don't think this is the standard Honda Africa Twin screen. I think it's the touring screen. Now, it's a genuine Honda screen, genuine Honda build quality, but for me, I'm 5'8", and what I'm finding is I'm staring through this screen constantly. Let me show you what I mean. So this is at the same height as my nose, and as you can see, if I look through, I'm looking through this screen. Now, this screen is nice and clean at the minute, but every time I go out, especially that we're now in the winter months, but generally it gets dirty as heck, and I can't, as I'm riding, lean over and try and clean the screen. What means the vision is a massive problem, because I have to either sit with my head up, so I'm just peeking over the screen trying to see, or I'm kind of going to the side like this to see if I can see as I'm going down the road, and that screen gets dirty extremely quickly. Now, the things that I dislike about this bike really are tiny things that can be changed, but you have that thing in your head where you're going, do I keep it? Don't I keep it? Is it time to upgrade? I want to try a 1250 GS for a bit because everybody raves about them, but I really do like this Africa Twin with the DCT and stuff, and I was thinking, do you know what? I've set this bike up exactly how I want it. I've got my dash cams on it, I've got my smart screen on it, I've got my charging points on it, I've got my bags put on the side, I've got panniers for the back. It's an awesome machine. But these little things bug me. So what I've decided to do is look for a cheapish way of trying to fix it as a trial to see if things are going to be massively improved. And I've decided to bring you along as I do these little things, and we can have a good old-fashioned chinwag. Now, there's one more thing I need to mention as well. Just one more thing, because it's a little bit embarrassing, but hey, it happens to us all. I did break the brake lever on my bike. Now, just to summarise, I was filming a recent adventure. I was at a petrol station. I parked my bike to fill up the bike, and it was slightly uneven canvas going the wrong way that I didn't clock. I filled up, and in a haste to film me getting on the bike at the petrol station with the petrol pumps in the background, so it all kind of made sense on the camera, I got on from the wrong side. Now, that's doable on a nice, flat, easy surface. It's fine, but not when it's got a slight slant to it. So as I was mounting the bike, of course, it toppled over, smashed on the floor with a big bang, and broke my brake lever. So today I'm going to replace that, I'm going to fix the screen, and we're going to get the Africa Twin hopefully back to a place where I can fall back in love with it. So let's start with what I've actually broken myself, and of course that's the brake lever. Now, I got this brake lever via eBay. It was like $15.99. It's a branded one. I did a little bit of research. These are really good, and it saved me about 30 quid compared to what it would have cost me to get it from Honda. So it should just be an unbolt, slide in, bolt back up job. Right, okay, so I need to grab the tools. Now, being an expert in all things mechanical, ignore the mess of everything in this garage. It's a state, I know so, and everyone's going to point that out because that's what people like to do and tell you how they they organise everything in alphabetical order. 10mm, 10mm, is this what I reckon? Do you know what? Because we're on camera, let me get some of these gloves that people use for other things than mechanics to stick into weird places, and let's pop this on. Oh, these are tight, aren't they? Oh, yes. No, yeah, can that go on? Makes me look more professional, doesn't it, for the camera? Yeah, oh yes, very good. Yes, professionalism. Right, 10mm, 10mm. We'll get an extension in case we need it. And snap on. Right, it should be a piece of pea to do. So all we need to is we'll clip this on here, we'll put the extension in the back pocket because we're professionals, that's what mechanics do. Change this to off, and now all we have to do is pop this on here on the top of the nut. Why does that not suddenly fit? What, have I got this wrong? No, it's good. Good, you stay there like that, you're around like that. It's like comedy gold. Right, you're on there like that, you're on there like that, and then it should just be a, oh yes, just a quick undo of this. Right, let's see if I can do it with my finger. Everyone loves doing a good finger, don't they? Now, interestingly, today, because I have to put everything, sort of schedule all the filming, I was supposed to be out on this new Vosges, but the problem with it is that we're going for a massive storm, so we're at the end of it at the minute, but what we've got is like a really rubbish, that's not going to work, let's use this sock again, a really rubbish time of year in regards to day, not time of year, day. So it's really windy out there and it's sort of that sprinkly rain. So a combination of both, what that means is, as for filming, is that all you're going to get is wind noise through the mic. Oh no, I just dropped the nut. What a plonker. Hang on, hang on. Yes, I found it with the power of Grayskull. What it means is that going to come out? Do we hit that with a big socket? Right, let's pop that somewhere safe, just there. What that means is that if I go out and film today, what I'm actually going to get is a awful, you have to undo both on both sides. Really? Right. Oh no, I can finger this one too. And yes, you do, to answer the question. Yeah, what it means is if I go out and I film, all you're going to get is wind noise and splatter over the camera. So I've decided, because I've got what I want for this to be able to do it, as in the screen has arrived, I was like, let's go in the garage. Let's spend some time together in the garage, like men do in winter, don't they? They go and hide in the garage. And, well, men and women, just so I'm not in trouble there as well. But the thing of it is, we hang out here to do our jobs that we don't really want to do. Because personally, if it was up to me right now, I'd be getting a certain other person to come around and fit all this stuff. But unfortunately, they're busy at the moment doing things they shouldn't be. Let's do this up here. Undo this. Oh, yes. Let's put the sockets down here. Don't lose your nut. Never lose your nut. Always stay calm. Don't tell me I've got to remove, no. Then this should now slide out. Ta-da! So this, I did my recent trip on, I said I had a one finger job. This is my one finger job. Yeah, not so good. Right, let's dump this over here and put the shiny new one on. Oh yes, everyone loves something shiny and new. Look at that. To be fair, that's good quality. Good quality Chinesium. Chinesium. Right, let's pop this in. How do I just put that? Does that go like, let's sit in it? Is that it? Does that just slide in like that and look that good? I think it does. Don't fall out, don't fall out. Right, you get your, where did I put that? Hang on a minute. What did I just do with that? What did I just do with the nut? Oh, there it is. Of course it is. Right. What you do, you get the long thing, slide it into the hole. Look at that. And then you just tighten it. And you're a legend. This is a full, by the way, full mechanic qualification. If you can do this, then officially you never need to go to a garage again. You just know it all. It's just that simple. You were going in the hole. Maybe oh, there we go. Maybe a little bit more of a slam in the hole gets it in place. And then you just tighten up. Oh, yes. Now, do you know what? Because I'm a professional, I have every tool that you could possibly need. I'm going to make my life easier because that would be the sensible thing to do. Is it in this one? Yes. You number 10. Yes. And then we just, from here, righty-tighty, yes. Pop this on, and then look. Oh yes, now we are highly trained professionals. Are you going in? So, another interesting thing while I just turn here and keep turning this nut. India is coming up. A couple of things I've got left to do for the big adventure in India. It's going to be my biggest, most legendary trip ever. I've still got my international driving license to sort out. The visa we get like 4 days beforehand, and that's it. Other than that, oh, I need to order suitcases because I can take 2, bike gear and camera gear and a little bit of clothing. And I've also ordered another lead for my heated gear so I can wire that onto the bike when I get there as well, because I'm thinking all this stuff through. Oh, come on. Oh, yes. It's a never-ending story. So that... Sweet. And then on snap-on, underneath, grab the nipple, give it a nice turn, and then the pleasure begins of a good screw. Oh God, you're good. Am I making that mucky already? Oh, that's bad. Making my new handle mucky. So what you do, you get a dirty cloth you've already got to clean it, because that's a good idea. Cool. Right, job 1 complete. Makes me more manly every job I do. You can see the literally male, whatever it is, oozing off of me. Sexiness, we'll call it. Right, screen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I'm just going to inspect my manly work. And it's adjustable. Pull it out, do the little thing, adjust it. But look at that. Back in business. Now, the screen. This is what I've got. This has come from AliExpress. I don't actually like AliExpress in regards to, I've tried to work with them, they're just no good for that. But this, look at the difference in that. That is definitely low. That, it looks really cool, but definitely low. But to be fair, I generally find, obviously wind protection is awesome on this bike, and I'm now about to get rid of a load of wind protection, potentially have it go flying in my face. But depending on how this works, I actually prefer that. It keeps me cool. Also, because I wear glasses, airflow's loads and loads better as well. So I'd kind of rather get a bit wind blasted in the head, especially during summer, but even in winter. And then if anything gets dirty on my visor, I can literally wipe it off clean. So this should be the ultimate fix. But let's see if it all lines up. How much? Check this out. How much you reckon? £12. £12 for this metal, and says Africa Twin on it. AliExpress, 12 quid. It takes like forever to arrive, so obviously order it if you're not in a rush whatsoever at all. But I like it. We like it long time. Okay, re-engage the more manliness again. Back to my very tidy. Do you know what? In summer, I'm redoing the garage stroke studio, so that it's just too rubbish weather. This is my excuses, because we all have excuses. The reason why we're in such a state with so much stuff. Right, put the gloves on just so we don't get the Karens of the mechanical world going, oh my God, you're going to get icky bicky oilitis on your hands and you're going to end up losing fingers. Oh, these are like condoms gone wrong, aren't they? Yes, let's try another one. Oh yes. Oh no. How can it be that difficult to put on a pair of gloves? Yes. Who cares? Right, let's move on. Right, being again the true mechanic I am, I just know what size everything is. Switch this to off, lefty loosey. Oh, I don't know the right socket size. Let's move to the right socket size. This one, again, being a man that just knows. Now, interesting, very quickly spinning around. That is the Vosges Rally 300. And it's still here because I wasn't here when they delivered the other ones. They couldn't collect it. And I don't want them to know it's here because I generally, again, want that. Off-road trips, adventures. Again, I miss the green lanes and it's just the perfect bike for it. This tool hasn't been used for a very long time because I don't do this kind of thing. Right, let's undo. Let's start here. Start in the middle. Well, that come off like ridiculously easy, didn't it? Let's undo this one. Yes. So did that. Yes. I suppose it's into plastic, isn't it? I mean, I know these things, of course, it's into plastic. Yeah, the Vosges Rally 300. Honestly, that video, if you watch the last one, I got told by the man from Vosges that I need to clean it. So I took it for a river crossing. And do you know what? It's cold, it's a rubbish time of year, and it's bogging, and it just lapped up every muddy path, everything going possible. Right, let's see if I can take that off of there now and use my manly fingers. Obviously, just imagine I have the protective gloves on because just wearing condoms on my hands is just not used to it, to be fair. And anyway, yeah, the Vosges is just incredible. So much fun. But then again, I go back to the Honda Africa Twin. I had an incredible time on this. Pop these in your back pocket, then you never lose them. These, by these, I mean the bolts that you take out. Right, undo. Yeah, the Africa Twin. The Africa Twin. I mean, it is an incredible. I really like this bike. And the thing of it is, it's a big beast. Not everybody wants a massive beast. Some of us do prefer the smaller bikes. And to be fair, I do quite prefer, and more so these days, the lighter bike. But this filled my confidence. The Africa Twin filled my confidence so much. And dropping it hasn't put me off. That is not the reason why I was going, do you know what, do I keep it? Do I not keep it? I've been feeling like that for a little while. Because here on the channel, obviously we get the press bikes come in and we have them for a couple of weeks, but it's nice to have something long term. And obviously the Africa Twin for me is that bike that can take me to, you know, far away places, ideally comfortable minus the seat, and be up to doing the job, and something I can just leave, say, in a warehouse if I've got to collect a press bike or something like that. It's just awesome. But since the channel got the Scrambler, what it was dream bike for me, a Scrambler, a Triumph Scrambler that you can see just there behind the lighting, that is the bike that I crave to go on the most. So I'd use the Scrambler for all the product reviews mostly, and it's geared up to do it, and it's easy to put stuff on and put stuff off. But if I was going to go on an adventure, I could just take the Scrambler. But it's like a Minter, believe it or not, behind all that, it's a Minter and very low mileage. And I'm like, do I want to increase it? But I've just got to come to terms that it's a work bike and it's going to be used. I think this has one rubber washer on this one screen. One rubber washer. Wowzers. Let's not lose the one rubber washer. Right. Keep this, because if I do sell the Africa Twin, they might prefer it. Or if that screen is absolute poo that I bought from AliExpress and just disintegrates within 3 months, I've got the screen. So I'm not going to do what I normally do and just throw stuff to the side. Let's keep this safe somewhere. Stick it over here for now. This will do. Oh no, let's not put this there. Add this to a pile somewhere over here. Obviously, when I reorganise and alphabetically order my garage for next year, everyone's going to love me so much more. So, what we got? We've got the screen, and somewhere there is washers. What did I do with the washers? Oh, what did I do with the washers that have fallen down there, maybe? Get the washers. Yes, got the washers. Okay. This did line up a minute ago, didn't it? Please line up. Now this is the scary thing, right? When you buy anything from anywhere, you do sit there and think, will any of it line up? Will any of it be any good? Let's be honest, you all admit it. Have I scratched that already? Oh no, it's just poor build quality. Of course it is. But anyway, it's just a screen. It is just a screen, dude. And it's going to get covered in bugs and splutter and, knowing me, hit a tree or something. Oh no. So I've put everything in my back pocket because this is what mechanics do, including the little washers. Now it looks like I'm just playing with my butt. Yes, this is exciting times. What is going on? Come on, washers. Yes, I've got one. So, next up, the next Allen bolt. Now, interestingly, I'm called Alan, and I didn't invent these. Actually, should we just claim I did? I'm Alan, so these are the Allen bolts. These are invented by me. What was that? Something just fell down. Oh, yes. It actually... Oh, do they line up? Before we go any further, let's get all the bolts in. Still fingering my butt here. Right. Okay, last two. Line up, baby. Relight my fire. Oh, yes. And this one in. Oh, yes. I mean, doesn't it look cool? Doesn't it seriously look cool? Now we've got all four in place. Then a very light nip up with the socket set. Very light indeed. Just until it's nice and tight. And there we go. There we go. And that looks a lot lower. Now what I can guarantee is I can see over that screen. I can seriously see over that screen because it's a fraction of the size. But I'll be honest, I think for me it's going to make a massive difference to how I find this bike, because there's no more of me doing this, trying to peer around, or even if it's slightly small and all that rubbish, I can just see over it. Be interesting when I take it out on the road for a proper spin, how I find the wind blasting. I'm not going to lie, but I still don't mind a bit of wind blasting in, and I just think, doesn't that look so much better? Well, do you know what? It's quite nice in regards to, it's not nice for having a horrible storm out there and I can't go out and film and roads are getting flooded and stuff like that, but what is quite nice is having a day at home going, do you know what, I'm going to tackle some of those jobs that I need to do. And I'm quite proud of the point that I've changed the brake lever. Not a big thing to do, but it means the Africa Twin is back from being broken to being able to use properly. The screen, I generally do think that's going to make a massive difference to how much I like this bike. And to do with the seat, this netting that I've sort of put on top of it, again, this is not, you can buy the more expensive sort, this is just cheap, has made a difference, and having that air seat makes a big difference as well. The thing of it is, we do quite quickly, and I'm just, you know, just as bad, I'm very bad for it. I'll get a bike and I'll get some little niggles that I don't like, and over time I'll go, you know what, it's time for a change, and I'll think, these are the reasons to do it. But maybe doing a few little budget changes will transform the bike to get it the way that you want it, because bikes come, don't they? They set up for an overall consumer, and we can play around with it and make them more our own. And that's kind of what I want to do with the Africa Twin at the minute. So I'm dead excited to take this back out on the road and really give it that kind of 11 out of 10 test. And that's partly what I'm trying to do with the channel. I've got these major trips, 3 huge ones coming up. India first, and then there's somewhere else and somewhere else. It's just going next level. Well, I'll tell you more obviously as things are happening, but 3 massive trips a year is the plan. And then in between it, we've got all these other little things going on in regards to press bikes, shows, all sorts. It kind of gives me a little bit more time to do the overall 3 things I like to do on the channel: bike reviews, product reviews, and of course awesome adventures. And I'm looking forward to taking Africa Twin on its next one. There's potential for next year as well. I might even do a subscriber meet on top of the Patreon meet as well, but we'll see how busy the channel gets. But let me know if you'd be well up for coming to a subscriber meet, a ride out 11 out of 10, little bonkers day out riding somewhere absolutely epic. But do you know what? For now, I'm just going to mask. I'm going to bathe in the glory that I've fixed my Africa Twin. No one else came and done it. It was all me. I'm the biggest, sexiest man in the world right now. And you know what? I'm going to go enjoy a non-alcoholic beer. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with us today. But most of all, go and take your bike out. Go for a ride when it's not a major storm with warnings and everything. And enjoy the ride. And I will see you here next time on the Helmet Head channel. Take care and goodbye.